Hello people of the internet, Sword here. Thanks for dropping by, and this week I thought I would do another sit down, talk to the camera type of video about something that I did in the last video, and that is wear a swimsuit. So for me, that was actually a really big deal. I have never posted a picture or video of myself in a swimsuit before, and some of you might be thinking, what's the big deal? It was a pretty modest swimsuit anyways, and like half your body was under the wall there, so. But regardless of all those factors, that was something pretty difficult for me. Because part of the reason why I've never shown pictures or video is for modesty, but the other part of it is issues with self-esteem. And so that got me thinking about something that I've been trying for the past 6 months to a year. And that is trying to delve more into body positivity online, especially on Instagram. So for those of you who don't know, and I'm gonna be reading it just so I don't mess up the definition, the body positive movement is a movement that encourages people to adopt more forgiving and affirming attitudes towards their bodies with the goal of improving overall health and well-being. And so when it's talking about health and well-being, it's not just talking about your physical health, but also, and probably more importantly with this movement, your mental health and well-being. Because let's face it, no matter what point you are in your journey, mental health is really important. And when we have problems going on up here, it can be difficult to get certain things done and make certain goals and just live life. Depending on the severity of the issues. So like I said, there are a ton of amazing people spreading the body positive message, especially on Instagram, so I'm going to be linking a few of those people down below in case you want to check them out. A couple that I follow are Body Posy Panda and the Militant Baker. And it's great that we have these people, but one thing that I've noticed is there is a lack of body positive people within the vegan movement. There's this very clear image of the ideal vegan within our community, that's someone who is thin or fit, and for dudes, very muscular and buff, to show that vegans aren't weak. Majority white, majority American, maybe Australian, that kind of thing. Someone who is able to shop at Whole Foods. Someone who does yoga in the morning and is able to afford all of these really expensive yoga outfits, that kind of thing. You probably already had that image in your head, but just to clarify. And you see this over and over again when you are looking at the vegan celebrities and vegan leaders. A majority of them fit this description. And so with that, we're kind of putting the message out there that this is what vegans look like. There's not a lot of diversity with it. This is it. But of course, that's not right. There are so many different kinds of vegans, but time and time again, we are only shown one type of vegan. And so the real harm with this is not so much outsiders' perspectives on veganism, but more so kind of how that perspective can affect people, how it can affect people's self-image, and you know, if you get down to it, it can go as far as eating disorders. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people, young girls especially, who go vegan mostly because of the kind of restrictive aspect of it. You know, taking out animal products can be seen as kind of another way of restricting the way you eat, maybe on top of caloric restriction and that kind of thing. And that's definitely something we have to acknowledge as something specifically part of our community. Kind of this message that's being perpetuated that if you're vegan, you're gonna be thin. But there are many different healthy and unhealthy ways of doing veganism. And that's not going to look the same for everyone. So why are we making it look like it's the same for everyone? And just to be clear, trying to help people lose weight is not against body positivity by any means. I was actually recently watching a video by Ruzel. I will link that down below and whichever corner it is. But they were talking specifically about that, how you can be body positive and be on a weight loss journey. And this is especially true when it's for health reasons, you know, because there can be a certain point where weight is affecting your health. So, but that's going to be different for every single person. But just wanted to clarify that you can strike a balance between body positivity and trying to lose weight, because it is about health, mental and physical health together. But really, for the vegan community, our focus should just be reducing the amount of animal products consumed. For the majority of us here, the main reason why is animal rights, animal cruelty that's going on in factory farms, that type of thing. Maybe there's some others here for environmental reasons, and then a few others who are here for health reasons. But typically, the longer you are part of this lifestyle, the more you kind of see all the benefits, and they all become benefits that you appreciate. But that's our focus, not body policing, like unfortunately I have seen, especially with the online side of the vegan community. One example of this was with Fully Raw Christina. After she was posting some videos and it was shown that she had gained some weight, there was so much drama going on over this woman's body. So there were a lot of videos made about this. And granted, many of these videos were saying the exact same thing. Why are we making a big deal over her body? But there were many others that were kind of giving the impression that she had failed her fellow vegans, had failed the movement because she gained some weight. And I just think that's ridiculous. That's not helping anyone, and it's not really a concern about weight, because she was definitely still within the healthy weight range. She wasn't having any issues. She was totally fine. And yet there was so much controversy basically just over the way she looked. And so that's a very toxic part of our community, unfortunately. And that's part of the reason why I wanted to make this video, to kind of talk about that and to explain why the vegan movement needs to implement more body positivity with it. Because vegans come in all shapes and sizes, and we are going to grow exponentially if we start acknowledging this. And at the very least, it's going to strengthen our community and help unite people, despite the fact we're all different. Because at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. It's actually pretty amazing that our community is filled with such a diverse group of people. Don't you think so? So that is all I wanted to talk about today. Also, don't get too attached to this background, because I'm going to be moving in about 3 or 4 weeks, so you're only going to have at most a few more videos with this. I will be back in Athens very soon. But that is all for now. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on this topic. I would love to start a discussion about this. And till next time, stay sharp, my friends.